So now I want to talk a little bit about building bridges and emotional fuel. So what does it mean to attend to relationships and keep relationships healthy, and how to create positive emotions? So I want you to take a moment and look at your current relationships, the relationships that you have, as well as the relationships that you feel that you need to take care of. Many times, life events and problems and health issues, all types of stuff can come in and disrupt our relationships. And there may be people that we've neglected over time, a friend or a family member or a coworker or you name it, and have simply lost track of those connections. At other times, we may have actively damaged relationships or burned others out with our struggles. Sometimes that's something that is a real thing because no one is perfect. No one is. We've all said or done things that we regret. And sometimes there are relationships that we need to work on rebuilding that bridge. And sometimes just take a moment and owning what we've done, the role that we played, and what we said, especially if it was a moment of anger or emotion or whatever, realizing if this relationship is really important to me, I need to be willing to own what I did and be willing to put in the work, the cost to rebuild that relationship and let them know through my actions, not just my words, that this relationship is important to me. I don't want you to be in a situation where you feel like you're alone and isolated. That is not where you want to be and stay. Being lonely and being isolated tends to create and maintain unwanted emotions. By attending to your relationships, it's a way for you to build some positive experiences that tends to create more of a positive emotion for yourself over time. Remember, we get out of relationships what we put into them. And if you want to have more of a healthy relationship, not just with yourself, but also with others, you're going to have to actively invest in your friends, in your family, in your coworkers, in your neighbors, and the dividends will follow. So just assess, where do I need to focus my attention? Where do I have maybe be deficient in my relational equity? Relationships are like a bank account. You start off with a certain balance in the account based upon the perspective or the relationship or the perception that you have of that person. But everything that you do and everything that you say over time is either adding to that balance or is taking away from that balance. And many times what happens, if it goes unchecked, your relationship balance with that person will hit a negative. Now think about what happens when your bank account, when it hits a negative. Every day you wake up, there's another charge. Whether or not you did anything or not, there's another charge. And if you think about certain relationships, there are certain people that come to mind right now, and immediate negative thought comes up. It's probably a negative balance on that relationship. If you realize that that's a relationship that needs to be mended, if it's a spouse or your child or a coworker, you can't stay in the negative. We have to find a way to make another deposit in that relationship, another deposit in even the way I see that person. And in doing so, and if you do that consistently, you will build back that relational equity over time to where you're not hitting that overdraft fee every day. And you're actually now getting to the place to where the relationship is more of a healthy relationship than an unhealthy relationship. But that is up to you to make the decision to make your daily deposits of a text message, a phone call, writing a note, being mindful of them, finding some way to show that person, whether or not it's at home or at work or at school, that this is important to me and I'm willing to put the work in to show that it is.